This is the time of the night where, regardless of those that have listened to the first half of the game or not, or if you're out, if you've just soaked in a hot bath, if you just sat around and you missed it, you put the radio on now, Chua, and you get the Chu and Wolf Show, and you find out exactly what went on in the first half. So let's unravel it, because let's be honest, the Duke and Chief give a real basic sort of first summary, and that's for those that just want a basic summary. Now we tear it apart.
We do.
And I'm thinking tonight, first of all, the turnovers in the midfield, particularly the defensive side of it for me, from Essendon. So their inability to transition from defence back into their forward line has been staggering. I don't know what the scoreboard tells you, but I think that's where most of the scores have emanated from.
Well, you're spot on, Gary. 15 out of the 19 scoring shots for the Tigers
Don't tell me.
have actually come from Essendon turnovers for Carlton Draught.
Strike. So let's explain the defensive midfield. Where on the ground are we talking?
When you break it down to that particular zone, turnovers in the defensive midfield, 22 to Essendon, just the 8 to Richmond.
Well, I know that. What I'm asking is, for people will say defensive midfield. What does that mean? Is it between the 50-metre arc and the centre circle?
100% spot
well,
on,
that's
Gary.
the question I asked.
That's the one. That particular area of the ground.
So they've 15 scoring shots have started there.
Correct. Out of the 19 for the Tigers.
It's unbelievable. Now that's the sort of stuff that Duke and the Chief can't come up with. What I would like to know is how many marks have been taken on the lead. So 42 times Richmond have got the footy and kicked it inside forward 50. How many times have they hit a leading target?
Unbelievable, Gary.
What?
Twice.
What?
Only twice for Carlton Draught.
So they just continually went long. How many times they go long inside 50?
Well, incredible. You've brought this up as well, Gary. 35 times they've gone long into the attacking 50.
Unbelievable.
And we're only at half time.
I know.
And their season average is 41.
Well, crikey, they've got to start to lower their eyes and become a bit less predictable. The other thing that has really disappointed me from an Essendon point of view has been their lack of effort, first of all. I don't know what their tackle stats are. I didn't even ask you that.
Only 21 tackles, Gary.
They had a world record low last week in 43.
43,
so they're on world record low tackling pace. And then when they get the ball in their hands, their kicking efficiency tonight has been substandard. And anyone who goes 50% or under should be ashamed of themselves.
Well, the Bombers going at 52%, but 10 players, Gary, for Essendon.
What?
Tracking at less than 50% kicking efficiency.
I can't believe that.
Gary, just with that kicking efficiency, just to add a bit more flavour to this Chu and Wolf show.
Yes.
Since round 10, the Bombers have been ranked 18th for kicking efficiency.
18th?
Yes, since round 10.
Below Melbourne, Port,
Correct.
GWS, Western Bulldogs, Gold Coast.
And they're at 52 tonight, and that's 14 below the AFL average.
You've earned yourself a cup of tea.
Thanks, Gary.
You go and get yourself a nice little cup of tea and a biscuit. I know you like a biscuit, and that's another very good edition of the Chu and Wolf Show. Well done to you, as we welcome back our number one caller.
Oh, I can't believe you asked that question, Gary.
What?
About how many times the ball's gone in long and high to the Richmond forward
That's a
line.
legitimate question. That's how we roll.
Gary.
What?
Blind Freddie the doorman could see how many times Richmond went in long and high.
No, see, this is his problem. He comes in at the end of it. What we were getting to.
I can't believe you asked that question.
What we were getting to was how many marks, therefore, were taken on the lead, stupid. You've got to set the scene. And it's a world record long inside 50.
A world record.
It is 35 for Richmond against their season average of 41.
World record low tackles, world record inside 50s. So that's the sort of stuff you get, Jim.